I grew up in this area. I'm very familiar with being here. Driving underneath this bridge is probably a very common occurrence for me. So like being able to actually be up there and painting, not only do I feel lucky, but it feels like I don't know, it's another thing I'm crossing off of my bucket list as well too. I'm actually I was trying to get a little bit of like my style in there, but mostly trying to get the landmarks and things that people would recognize almost immediately coming into Muskegon. Like anyone who lives here would recognize the Hackley building or the Fernthal or the clock tower or even like Buster up there and stuff. So I wanted to keep those things incorporated as well. Get our beach, our lighthouse is gonna go over here. There's going to be the Together Rising statue over there too. There's a couple things that people know and recognize. Anyone who's familiar with Muskegon would recognize right away.
I'm not from Muskegon, I'm from Detroit. I've been out here when I was in college, visiting Grand Haven, visiting Muskegon, visiting the beaches. But the one thing that I always noticed while I was here was the wildlife, and there was always giant birds and animals that I'd never seen. And my dad used to take me fishing. And that was something that I really that struck me about Muskegon. So my piece is titled Flora and Fauna, and it focuses on the wildlife in Muskegon. My intention was to really pop some color onto this bridge because when you're driving by at 50 miles an hour, you don't really have time to look up and look for the details. So I wanted to create some shapes that had some really significant color in them, and I think I was pretty effective. They pair off of the birds and the fish really well.